Hi, I'm Rick Maurer, and I want to talk about a simple concept, but one that can be very powerful. And I'm calling it Everybody Knows Betty. I got a new job consulting with a hospital way up in the Northwest. I talked with the executives and what my work would look like and all that. And I said, look, I'd really like to meet people, out on the floor. I didn't want to say the people doing the real work, but basically I wanted the people who were working with patients, on and on. So they set up some focus groups for me. And during one of the focus groups, I asked a question that wasn't on my list of things I was going to ask. And I said, hey, if the CEO walked in right now, would you recognize him? Isn't he that guy with dark glasses? Yeah, kind of, like, pretty tall, right? I mean, the thing is, they didn't know. And I said, well, what about the chief operating officer? And a couple of people said, oh, yeah, that's so-and-so. But still, there weren't a lot of people who know. And I said, well, what about the chief financial officer? Oh, no, no idea. And I said, well, what about the head of nursing? They said, oh, yeah, everybody knows Betty. And I really liked that. And I said, well, how come? They said, well, she's out on the floor. That's where the nurses are. So she's out on the floor. In fact, somebody said, one of the things about her is former heads of nursing, if they had an announcement to make, they might make it at 2:00 in the afternoon, and everybody had to be there, which is really tough if you're on, the shift that starts at 11 p.m. But she wouldn't do that. She would have the meeting at 2 p.m. and then have the same meeting again at 2 a.m. So she's the only one being inconvenienced by that. And so, everybody knows her. I mean, she's out there. We talk to her, all of that. And I thought, what a powerful tool. And as I was starting to work with her and seeing her interact with people, is that she could say stuff that other people would get a lot of resistance. And she could say it, and she could say, look, I'm a nurse too. And yet, what's going on right now nationally scares me. But here's why I think what we're talking about, the change we're talking about, is such a good idea and so important for us. And that doesn't mean people would jump on board immediately, but it would mean that people would listen to her with respect, and she in return would listen to them with respect. Okay. Seems really simple, but I don't see that happen very often. And so I really like it. I would encourage you to think about that for yourself. I mean, maybe you're a consultant and the only people you've met are that handful of people who have hired you. And would your work be more effective if other people in the organization at least knew you were a breathing human being, that you actually liked things that they liked or didn't like things that they don't like, that sort of thing. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to talk about variations on this Everybody Knows Betty, because what it really is talking about is what I call level 3 support or level 3 resistance. And what that means is people either have trust and confidence in you or the people you represent, or they don't. And it's a sliding scale. And whether we're a consultant, a coach, or a leader, it's really important to know, what are people thinking and feeling when you walk in a room? Are people going, oh, great, they're here again. Oh, and I bet they have a great slideshow. That's probably not what's going on. So, but do you know? Can you read the writing on the wall? And I'll be talking about very simple things that I've seen leaders do or heard about leaders doing that don't cost you a thing. And what I'd love is if you say, oh, yeah, I got a great idea, or I have a leader who does such and such, or here's something that's worked for me, please leave it in the comments section on LinkedIn. That's a place where everybody can read it and they can add their own comments to what you're saying. So thanks for watching.